More than 4 decades have passed since Miami Vice first put Sonny Crockett and Ricardo Tubbs in pastel suits and changed television forever. And the cast's real lives brought a Hollywood disappearance nobody saw coming. One of the bravest cancer battles in the business, a man who married 5 times before finally getting it right, and one of the most extraordinary self-promotion claims in entertainment history. Let's see where they are in 2026.
Number 1. Don Johnson as Detective Sonny Crockett. Born in 1949, Don was 34 years old when he stepped into the white Armani jacket, the sockless loafers, and the Ferrari and became the coolest man on American television. He had actually been passed over for the role multiple times before the network relented, and then he redefined what a TV detective could look and sound like. Miami Vice made Don Johnson a global icon, earned him a Golden Globe, and launched a music career on the side. His single Heartbeat reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1986. His personal life was considerably more turbulent. He married 5 times. His first 2 marriages were annulled within days of each ceremony. He married actress Melanie Griffith in 1976 when she was just 18 and he was 26. That marriage lasted 6 months. He married her again in 1989, and that marriage lasted 7 years and produced their daughter, the actress Dakota Johnson. After Miami Vice, Don built an entirely new television franchise with Nash Bridges, playing a San Francisco detective for 6 seasons in the 1990s. He then disappeared relatively quietly for nearly 2 decades before a stunning career resurgence. A pivotal role in HBO's Watchmen, a celebrated supporting performance in Rian Johnson's Knives Out in 2019, a role in Netflix's Rebel Ridge, and most recently starring in Ryan Murphy's Hulu medical drama, Dr. Odyssey. He married his current wife, socialite Kelly Fleeger, in 1999. They have been together for over 25 years and have 3 children together. Now, 76 years old in 2026, Don Johnson is the rare television star who has remained genuinely relevant across 5 decades and 6 very different chapters of his career.
Number 2. Philip Michael Thomas as Detective Ricardo Tubbs. Born in 1949, Philip was 34 years old when he became Ricardo Tubbs, the sharp, stylish New York detective who became Crockett's partner, and together with Don Johnson, defined cool for an entire generation. He was one of the most recognizable faces on television. Magazines couldn't get enough of him. The chemistry between him and Johnson was electric. And then, before the show had even aired its 2nd episode in 1984, Philip Michael Thomas made one of the most audacious announcements in entertainment history. He told the press that he planned to win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. He called it his EGOT goal. Then he added calmly that he expected to achieve all 4 within 5 years. He won none of them. When Miami Vice was canceled in 1989, Philip Michael Thomas essentially vanished from mainstream Hollywood. He appeared in a handful of TV movies and a forgotten Italian detective series, but nothing came close to the heights of Miami Vice. Then in the mid-1990s, he resurfaced as the spokesman for a late-night television psychic hotline, appearing in infomercials in his old Ricardo Tubbs wardrobe saying, and this is a real quote, "From Miami Vice to World Advice." The company later replaced him with Miss Cleo. He sued them for $2.1 million in damages for breach of contract. He won. In 2002, he gave an entirely new generation a reason to know his name when he voiced Lance Vance in Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto Vice City, a character modeled directly on Ricardo Tubbs, set in a fictional version of the same Miami he had once patrolled on television. Now 76 years old, Philip Michael Thomas lives in Florida, records music on his own label, and rarely engages with Hollywood. He is comfortable being the biggest fish in a much smaller pond than the one that once had his face on every magazine cover in America.
Number 3. Edward James Olmos as Lieutenant Martin Castillo. Born in 1947, Edward James Olmos was 37 years old when he joined Miami Vice as Lieutenant Martin Castillo, the brooding, intense, almost wordlessly threatening superior officer whose arrival transformed the show's tone entirely. He was the only cast member from Miami Vice to win a Primetime Emmy for his work on the show. And Miami Vice was only one chapter in an extraordinary career. He received an Academy Award nomination for Stand and Deliver in 1988. He played Admiral Adama in the acclaimed Battlestar Galactica reboot from 2004 to 2009. He voiced Chicharon in Disney's Coco. He appeared in Blade Runner 2049. He has spent decades as a prominent activist for Latino rights and education in America. In 2022, behind closed doors, Edward James Olmos was diagnosed with throat cancer. The treatment was described by his doctors as something that, in their own words, usually kills you. He couldn't swallow, couldn't eat, couldn't drink without assistance. He lost over 50 pounds. Doctors warned him his voice, that iconic, unmistakable gravelly instrument, might never be the same again. He fought through it by swimming a mile a day, sometimes 2 throughout treatment. By the end of 2022, the cancer had gone into remission. He didn't tell the public until May 2023.
He said of the experience, it was something that changed me totally. The understanding of how wonderful this life is. Now, 79 years old in 2026, Edward James Olmos' voice survived, his career survived, and he is still working. Number 4. Saundra Santiago as Detective Gina Calabrese. Born in 1957, Saundra was 26 when she joined Miami Vice as Detective Gina Calabrese, one of the show's 2 female detectives and a vital part of its ensemble across all 5 seasons. She appeared in more episodes than almost any other cast member outside of Johnson and Thomas. After Miami Vice, Saundra continued working steadily in television and stage productions throughout the 1990s and 2000s. She has maintained a notably private personal life throughout her career, rarely giving interviews about her time on the show. Now 68 years old, Saundra Santiago remains one of the show's most consistently professional and respected ensemble members, someone who gave 5 strong seasons to one of the defining shows of her era, and then quietly got on with her life. Number 5. Michael Talbott as Detective Stan Switek. Born in 1955, Michael was 28 when he joined Miami Vice as the lovable, slightly hapless Detective Stan Switek, the comic relief of the Vice Squad who balanced the show's harder edges with genuine warmth. He appeared across all 5 seasons. After Miami Vice, Michael continued working in television and theater, including regional stage productions across the United States, but never found another role that matched Switek's visibility. He has kept an extremely low public profile in recent decades. Now 70 years old, Michael Talbott is one of the many character actors from this era whose most significant contribution to television history is woven permanently into the fabric of a show that changed the medium, even if his name is less frequently remembered than the pastel suits and Ferrari. Don Johnson, married 5 times, divorced 4, found his person on the 5th try, and is currently starring in a Ryan Murphy medical drama at 76 and showing no signs of stopping. Philip Michael Thomas, announced an EGOT, won none of them, sold psychic advice on late-night television, voiced a video game character in his own image, and chose Florida over Hollywood on his own terms. Edward James Olmos survived cancer so brutal his doctors warned it usually kills you, lost 50 pounds, nearly lost his voice, swam his way back to remission, and is still working at 79. Miami Vice was a show about men who lived in the shadow of death every week and kept showing up anyway. Looking at this cast 4 decades later, at least 2 of them did exactly that. Which cast member's story surprised you most? Drop it in the comments and subscribe. We have more coming.